Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Ferious here with Rich Energy Studios, also known as Fierce Development. Today in this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to install a non-ELS Lightbar. It's been a while since I last did a non-ELS tutorial. Last one I did was back in November, Veterans Day of 2019, and I decided to follow up and make an updated version because since then I learned a lot, within these 3, 4, or 5 months or so. But I just want to, those who are just trying to get into non-ELS development, hopefully this video helps you guys out. So in this video, we're going to be using the Garrett's 2019 Ford Ranger, and we're also going to be using Dan's Liberty 2 Lightbar. So, I'm just going to put this out there. I use, most of the parts I use in vehicles are 90%, paid or private. The other ones are probably from the Herd, from LSPDFR. But I'm assuming you guys are going to be new. You guys are going to be something from LSPDFR. So once you guys downloaded that file, you guys are pretty much gonna merge or import into Zmon until you guys are in this stage, and we're gonna be using the Lightbar. So you guys are gonna go over to File, Merge, and then you're just gonna look for the lights you guys are gonna be using. In this case, I am gonna be using Dan's Liberty 2 Lightbar, but I already have a version ready to go. So what I did back then was pretty much just export all the textures and stuff, not the textures, detach these sirens and stuff, so it's all ready to go. It's all here simple with my sirens and stuff. So we're just going to be selecting all of this, and we're just going to be pretty much fitting it up. So let's go ahead and do that. You got to scale it up to the appropriate size. Okay, we're gonna push that thing back. Usually the light bars go in between both doors right there. So that looks good. We just have to adjust the side straps. We gotta give it a tilt too. So axis is good. Push it back like so. Perfect. Alright. So since then I also learned that detail is key. So I back then I would just throw whatever the fuck on and call it a day, but now I actually take more consideration in where stuff goes and so on. So therefore I'm going to be using the straps. So these takedowns right here, I usually just attach them to the main ones. So if we could get that to click on, there we go. And I just renamed these to extra light underscore, then we put a number, but I'm not 100% sure what number we're going to be using yet because we had to look at the hierarchy of the Ranger to see which one is going to be which. And this is going to be the steady burns, so I make that extra 2, and then the actual light bar, I make that extra 1. But I am going to be using the side straps, so we're going to have to detach that. And you guys don't have to do this. I just do this just to make make it look better and stuff, and just for more detail and stuff. So you guys, these are the side straps. What I usually do is pretty much just attach one of them, and then I'll just mirror it. I'll mirror the other side, so it could be exactly like that one. So we go like that. Vertex mode. We select that, and then we could toggle everything on. And then what I usually do, because these side straps need to go under the doors, so we're gonna go ahead and deactivate the doors. Usually these side straps go in between, like right there. So we're just gonna be stretching this one out a bit more, and then you guys can follow along if you guys want to do the same thing. But this step isn't mandatory. This is just for extra details and stuff, as I like to call it. Okay, and then we can just push it down a bit. How does that look like with the doors? Okay, we could push it down a bit actually, because it has to go all the way down. All the way down. Not all the way down, but you guys know what I mean. Like that, and then we just have to wrap that around, so we had to make this a bit smaller. like so, so it's not clipping. You guys can skip forward to the next step once I advance. Just to, if you guys don't want to take too long, just watching me trying to set up side straps and stuff. Feel free to skip forward the video. Okay, I know the issue now. Gonna make that smaller. That thing is still freaking poking through. Okay. Okay. So let me activate the straps again. So in that case, you just want to select that portion to make it wrap around. So this is what I mean. If you have, you guys can do that. You guys see? But we just have to make it, wrap around and stuff. So that's why we're going to be using this method. And that's clipping through. That's good. Now we just have to push it forward. So that's when I go ahead and pretty much select all of this except the side strap or the the side mount with the bolt. We just stretch it out like so, and then we can just turn off the doors just for reference. We have to activate the doors. That is actually going in between the doors, so yep, that is perfect. And this just adds more detail. Like I said, it's not mandatory, but it just makes everything look more cleaner and crisper, as I like to call it. More detail is key here, guys, in modeling, because if you don't do something right, you're gonna get roasted by every other developer out there. So we're just gonna create a copy and mirror it to the other side. Mirror, so as you guys can see, it's on the other side. And do we okay, we do have to adjust this one. So oh, that's hell off. Okay, I think we just need to push it in, so we're just gonna push that thing in and lift it up a bit. Like so. Then we can turn off the doors for reference again. Usually when I mirror it, it usually matches the other side, but certain vehicles are, each side is a bit different. Right before eclipse. Right there. Right there. Perfect. Now if we turn on the doors, it is in between the doors. It is not getting crushed by the doors. Yep. Good. And now we just finished, mirroring it. We gotta do this. Then recalculate our norms. There we go. So that's that with the side straps. And then we just have to hide all of this. And I usually attach these side straps. I don't attach them to the light bar. Why? Because if I want to use this on any future vehicle, I could just adjust the straps. So I just usually name this straps. And then the extra one continues. We just put that inside. Then the extra two are just steady burns. We put that inside. And then extra light. So since there is extra light 1 and 2, we can't use those. So we're gonna have to use extra light 3, and we just leave that aside. Okay, now to the good stuff is the actual lights. So most light bars, everything of this comes, attaching stuff all in one piece. So if you guys want to go ahead and detach all of these into single ones, I already have my patterns and stuff. I use custom patterns, but I feel like that's a little bit too advanced to those new people who are still trying to get into modeling stuff. So I would recommend using just 2 sirens if you're starting out, or you could just follow along. I usually use 4 sirens because it saves sirens, because if you use a lot of sirens in a light bar, then you really don't have that much lighting options or space to use around the vehicle. So I usually use 4 sirens on the Liberty. So this is gonna be siren 2, and this is gonna be siren 3, and this is gonna be siren 4. like so. So once you guys have that on, you guys are going to want to go ahead and take that out. So extra. So the actual light bar has to be on, along with the straps, and then the actual sirens. And now we're going to actually go ahead and do the non-ELS stuff. So you're going to select all of this. Make sure your extra lights are off, and then your steady burns are off too. We just want the actual light bar and then the sirens. We're going to head over to display, reset to world. Click this button, center your local axis, click it once, create, copy, come to move. In these copies you just created, you're going to right click, convert to dummies, all the ones that you created. Once again, depending on the light pattern you might do, you might have more sirens, you might have less sirens. That's all good. Now we're just going to drag the top one into their corresponding section. So we're just going to, pretty much drag them in. Extra one, and then the straps. And then you guys could go ahead and up in all of these, like so. And then usually what I do, since this is going to be an extra, I hide my dummies. So when you go ahead and turn off the extra, the light bar, let's say you want to run slick top, the actual, scale down dummies don't show. So what I usually go ahead and do is I just turn on the dummies, uncheck everything, turn on the dummies, and I select them. Then I turn autosave. We gotta wait for autosave. Once again, guys, just a reminder, if you guys still need help or are having trouble doing so, or you guys just want to simply suggest another Zmodeler tutorial, the best bet, if you guys want me to 100% respond, is join my Discord. Links will be in the description, and I have sections called Zmodeler Help and other type of help channels, and we as a community can help out and stuff. So once we have that selected, you want to click show all, and you just want to move your dummies. So I usually, make sure auto is off. I usually just push them all the way down and bring them near the engine so it's not visible. That's pushing out, and I just push it forward. There is no engine in this model, so it really doesn't matter if we put in the engine. So that's perfect. We don't want that to be clipping through. So like so, we're just gonna hide the dummies. So when you turn off the extra, you won't be able to see the actual dummies. What I've seen other developers do, they push that thing all the way down, and reason being, it won't be visible in cars, but the only time you will be able to see it is when you do a rollover and your vehicle flips over in game. More than likely you'll be able to see the light modules, but just keep it inside the vehicle, just in a spot where you can't see them. That's what I usually like to do. And then just deselect them, and then you guys can uncheck it, and then you guys are going to turn on your sirens, and you're just going to select your lights. You're going to turn on one of your dummies for the sirens just to see if it's actually going to reset a parent. So display, reset a parent. You're going to click on one of the lights. Boom. You see how that dropped down? That means you did it right. If it didn't drop down, you did something wrong. Once you guys are here, properties, scale, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, apply. Now you're going to deselect it. You're going to go ahead and turn off the siren 4. You guys are going to go ahead and turn on the extra one and the sight straps. I usually LO my lights to L3, because if you LO all the way maximum, yes, you will be able to see it further, but it just adds more. I mean, this is what I've been told, is you just add more, the file size will be bigger and stuff. So you guys are going to go ahead and click create copy, and we're just going to copy it twice. Or if you guys going to want to LO4, then you guys will copy it one more time. So LO off, convert a compound, lock it, L0, drag that inside, L1, L2, unlock it, repeat the same steps for all the ones that are remaining. So LO, L1, drag it, L2. I'm going really slow, guys, so you guys can visually see. To convert a compound, lock it, LO, L1, L2, unlock it, L0, L1, L2. Same thing with the extra, L1, L2, unlock it, and same thing with the side straps, L2, unlock it. That's pretty much it. This vehicle is now, non-ELS. There's a few things that we still have to do in the metas and stuff, so we're still not 100% completely done yet. So this is gonna be extra one. You're gonna drop everything in here. So the sirens, drag that thing in along with these straps, and then the extra 2 because that's the steady burns. Now we're going to be doing the high beams, the extra lights. So you're going to toggle that on. You're going to select it. Auto off, display, reset to world, center local axis, create copy. You're going to create the copy, right click, convert to dummy, drag the actual light inside. You're going to LO it, so convert a compound, lock it, LO, drag that thing in. You're going to turn on isolated, auto still on, you're going to select it, auto off, vertex, click on your screen once, auto back on, you're going to select everything, it should turn green like this. You're going to go over to properties, external state, if it says 0, change it to 14, apply, boom, high beams are on, or the extra light is done. So when you go in game and you turn on your high beams, these are going to turn on as well. So you're going to go ahead and show all, and you're just going to drop that in. And now the only thing that we need to do is the collision. So you're going to come up here, create a box, and you're just going to pretty much just fit the light bar, and then just Control C, Control V, and then standing bracket COL for collision, and then you close it off. And then we're going to, any of you guys want, just make sure to scale down the collision appropriately, which is that's what we're doing it right now live on stream, not on stream, on the video. Usually live stream, I hardly record videos. Okay, once you guys scaled it down, I guess we could scale it down a bit more. We don't want a huge ass collision. That's fine. Okay, you're gonna come over to collision, convert a compound, make sure elbow's off, collision, convert a compound, lock it, LO, collision back off, unlock it, and then just drop it. Did I just say drop it? Drop it. It's that extra one. And then show all, and then you're just gonna drag this down to under chassis, like so. And now the last thing we gotta do is go to the material browser, also known as the Pokeball. And then all these, if you have any unused materials, just go ahead and delete it. You don't need the unused materials, so just let it go ahead and delete it. It does it by itself. Okay, there we go. You scroll down, you guys see this? Liberty 2 Emmys, vehicle light submissive, drag it all the way to the top. All the way to the top. And there's something I gotta do on this one, which is a spec map. You guys don't have to worry about this, but I usually do it. So just bear with me here a bit. Spec map, you're gonna be importing the other texture. So add desktop, developer parts, damn with advanced Liberty Lightbar textures, and then we import the spec map. You guys can see that changed a bit. Okay, now you guys can go ahead and file export. I'm gonna put this in 2020 whips. Create a new folder and just name it whatever you guys want. I'm just gonna name it 19 Ranger, and then you guys are just gonna name it 19 Ranger. Just make sure when you guys name it, make sure it's the same name as over here, or else it will not export. Export LODs highest only. Lock it, all that, just like how I have it in my screen. Export, and then you're gonna come back here, file, export again. Same location, 19 Ranger underscore high. Okay, yeah, I forgot to rename it. See, that happens. You guys get to rename it high. File, export, 19 Ranger underscore high. It's right there. Yes, replace it. And then another thing I recommend is always save your work, because if you lose it, it's gone, unless you got autosave on and stuff. But I always recommend saving it just in case. We're gonna let it compress. We're gonna go ahead and close that. So next thing is open up your web browser, and in the link in the description, you guys are gonna go ahead and download this. I uploaded it. You guys are gonna click download. Let it download. Okay, and then just extract it to your desktop. So downloads, Ferious, extract, non-ELS tutorial, boom. Okay, we're gonna go over to the location where you exported your car. So for me, that was 2020 whips, 19 Ranger. You guys are gonna have this. You guys can delete the back. You guys do not need that. You guys are gonna go ahead and drop that in. Ranger, drop that into stream, and then we're gonna do the metas right now. We will import the YTD here in a bit. So you guys are gonna go ahead and open your carcals. And whatever you guys named the vehicle, you guys are gonna, where I put change me, you guys are gonna go ahead and replace that, save it. Car variations, same thing. Change me to whatever you name the vehicle, save it, and then last thing, vehicle made us. This is the handling line, so since this is a vehicle, I'm gonna be changing it to the bison for handling. I'm not sure yet which exactly. We'll have to go in game and see if it flips around. Zmodeler3, we could go ahead and change it to, I'm not sure yet, so we'll go ahead and do that in game. So now you're gonna navigate to your YTD. So let me go ahead and grab that. Ranger McGarrett's YTD, copy it, go inside the stream, paste it in. Then we're gonna go open IV because we need to import the light textures that we just added in. Or else if you guys go in game, the lights are gonna be just white. Missing textures pretty much. So you guys can go ahead and go to file. And then you guys will just find the location, but for me I already have it saved. So 2020 whips, edit mode, 19 Ranger, stream, and then you guys are gonna go ahead and open up the YTD imports. And you guys are gonna go ahead and import the Lightbar textures, which is just 3 textures. Okay, save it. Once that's done, you guys go ahead and open your YFT just to make sure if it's good. So yes, these lights right here, you guys are thinking, oh, but I thought this is a non-ELS tutorial. Yes, it is a non-ELS tutorial, but these are extra lights and stuff. So, or steady burns, I should say. But yeah, there's that. Everything's in. Obviously, not everything. I might have to go back and re-edit the straps and stuff, but that's on my end. So that's that. You guys can go ahead and close that, and then just make sure you guys add it to your resources. So Control C. Resources, start, Control V, save it, and then you guys could go ahead and finally launch your game to see if it works. You know, if I'm using your guys' light patterns might be different because I didn't change the car, you know, the siren settings and all of that, so you guys might have a lighting pattern that's, you know, mine and stuff. You guys can go ahead and use it. I'm cool with it. But obviously, if you guys want to use a different lighting pattern, you guys are gonna have to change that. If you guys want to have a tutorial on how to do custom light patterns, once again, just join my Discord or comment below this video and let me know. So loco, excuse me. And we're gonna go ahead and let that load in. I don't want to get copyrighted. I don't care if I get copyrighted. I've been copyrighted so many times.
I thought that we were meant to be. You took my heart and made it bleed. I gave you all my ecstasy. I know you'll be the death of me. Left lipstick on my Hennessy. Felt like you took my soul from me. You gave me all your ecstasy. I thought that we were meant to be.
Okay, we're gonna let that load in. For those that are, you know, watching in Discord, it might be lagging, and those who are watching the video, it's gonna be laggy as well because, you know, Streamlabs for me is not fully set up for gaming yet. I just do it to record desktop, you know, footage and stuff. So you guys can go ahead and spawn it in, 19 Ranger. You guys can see, there it is. And then the steady burns, which was an extra, you guys can go ahead and turn that off. So extras, you guys can see, then the extra one. And then if you guys turn it on, there you guys go. Obviously, I'm using a custom pattern here, so that's why it might look different. But there you guys go. You guys have officially done a non-ELS light bar. It's very, very simple. Once again, guys, it takes practice. You know, I've been doing this for almost, it's gonna be a year soon. And you know, I'm not the best yet, but obviously it takes practice, and then you guys can eventually, you know, get fluent at this. It's like learning a new language, I guess. But hopefully that helped. If not, once again, join my Discord down below. Have more, tutorials or, support channels to help y'all out. And then that's it, guys. It's been a pleasure working with y'all. My name is Ferious from Rich Energy Studios, aka Ferious Development. Hope you guys enjoyed this one.